Hello, everyone. Today's live stream is a working e-commerce hangout. I'll be discussing reselling with the various resellers that pop in my chat, and also anyone is welcome to join me through StreamYard during the live stream. So anyone wants to just hang out and we can discuss reselling, that's great. If you're a reseller or you want to become a reseller, you're in the right place. Typically, every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I have another reseller on who I interview, and we discuss reselling, and we have them share their tips, their tricks, their strategies to help make us more profitable and more successful resellers. Tonight being the night before Thanksgiving, I didn't know how things would work out. I know people have family commitments. They might be, preparing food for Thanksgiving. So I didn't want to, inconvenience anyone. So I figured, you know what? Let me have this kind of format tonight. Again, if anyone's welcome to join me, I will post the StreamYard link in the chat. It's very simple. Basically, all you need is a webcam and some kind of microphone, and we're good to go. And you'll come into my green room, as they call it, and I'll have you join the live stream panel. So again, I don't know how things are going to go, guys. Typically, we've done very well when we've done these type of formats, but it's kind of hit or miss. So we'll be discussing some reselling topics, and I have some reselling work to do alongside of me. So typically, we go about an hour. So that's where we're at. So I just want to say hello to a few people in the chat. I see Randy got here first. Thanks for joining us, Randy. Hopefully you didn't fall asleep. I did the same thing all the time, my friend. I started playing YouTube, and it's like, I'll be like watching, all of a sudden I wake up, it's like, oh, what portion of the show is happening? Also wanted to thank Sharon, who's always here for me. Thank you, Sharon, my moderator. Appreciate you being here. And Maricat7, good to see you too, my friend, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. So like I said, guys, we're just going to have like a general, reselling discussion. Let me just put the invitation, the streamer invitation in the chat. So you guys are more than welcome to join me. Again, it's pretty simple. It's best to use a Chrome browser. And if you have, a webcam and a microphone, or even if you don't have a microphone, you can use the microphone from your webcam, from your computer, and you're good to go. So again, it's not going to be like fancy dancy. We're just going to do a regular reselling chat and get some work done depending upon how the chat goes. So let me include that in the chat section. So you guys, if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to join. And like I say, just click on the link, and it's pretty self-explanatory. If you need some guidance, just reach out to me in the chat. I'll walk you through it. So let me post that. All right, so that's in the chat now. So again, if you guys are interested in joining me on the panel, in fact, you know what? I'm going to waive my typical requirement. You don't even have to be live on camera. You can use your avatar. And just use the microphone. Don't use the camera portion of the show. So I'm going wild and crazy here, guys. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I don't drink anymore, but some of you may be drinking on Thanksgiving Eve. So we're gonna see. I'm wearing my long sleeve T-shirt again, kind of casual. So try to get some work done tonight. So anyway, guys, just want to discuss a few things. As a reminder, 2 videos ago, or 2 live streams ago, when we had a YouTube crash, I told you guys I was going to have a drawing. And we were going to have one, and it kind of fell apart, and because the YouTube was down. So we did that the following Wednesday with Lori, and we have a drawing I asked people to comment in the video, and I sent out another reminder in my community tab of YouTube. So I'm going to do that drawing during the show. So again, the only requirement was, again, I'm not going to add anybody. So I appreciate the people that are in the chat. I appreciate people that submitted an entry. So we're just going to do that. I have it all set up to go. So we'll just do a drawing on that. So it's all set to go. So we'll do that during the show before I get off the air. The only thing you have to do is contact me via my email, which is the name of the channel, basically without the apostrophe. So it's Adam, ADAMS, without the apostrophe, exploits@gmail.com. So if you won, just contact me, and you're the winner, and we'll get you out the pair of earrings. So hello, Amish Flipper, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So again, I'm just going to discuss a few things, guys, that kind of I tell you guys, I try to keep up to date on what's going on in the e-commerce community. I subscribe to some of the e-commerce newsletters. I try to keep track of what's going on in the various chats, e-commerce chats, Casey's group and some of the other groups. And I also have reseller friends. I always talk about networking. So we share information. 2 things from 2 of my different reseller friends. One thing, eBay has become Glitch Bay again recently. A lot of listings are appearing as unsolds, and whether they're sold or unsold, we don't know. And obviously, the more listings you have, the more difficult it is. I mean, if you have a couple thousand listings, that's a lot of work to do. So, in fact, I reached out to one of my friends, and I invited him to come on, and he was busy decorating because he was busy correcting all those other eBay mistakes earlier during the week. So he's busy. So again, guys, I have the link in the chat. Anyone's welcome to join me. It's very simple. It's pretty much self-explanatory. If you have a question, just click on the StreamYard link, and you guys are good to go. So, okay, that was on eBay. Now I'm hearing from another friend of mine that there's problems with Amazon with Seller Central. So that's been kind of funky. Again, I don't typically do Amazon. When I first started, I wanted to do Amazon. I got kind of intimidated by it. I figured I would learn the one platform being eBay, and learn that, relatively well before I got involved in Amazon. My plans are to possibly get involved in Amazon. I've had, if you follow my show, I've had some booksellers on. I may go that route and probably do FBA, fulfilled by merchant, with Amazon with the books, and possibly even do FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. So I'm not 100% sure yet, but hopefully that's on the horizon next year. And I want to add some other streams of income. That's another theme of this show. Well, actually, there's three big themes that I typically talk about. I talk about multiple streams of income. I talk about networking, and I talk about the definition of insanity by repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So, it's funny, when I went to college, there was, college didn't cost what it does today. It was a lot of money back then, but, today it's crazy pricey. But one of my business professors said, the only thing that is permanent is change. So that kind of stuck with me. And of course, they repeated Albert Einstein's definition of insanity, repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So again, with the pandemic and everything that's going on these days, you got to switch things up. Talked to some of my reseller friends, and they're varying their e-commerce platforms, especially if you're on Amazon, guys. I mean, again, I don't do Amazon at this point, but Amazon is extremely strict, and they make the rules, and at any minute they can suspend you or kick you off the platform. Another friend of mine was kicked off the platform. She was using a wholesaler as a drop shipper, which supposedly is legal. And she had some late things, and Amazon just said, you're done. You can't sell on our platform anymore. So again, diversify, guys. Have multiple streams of income. Do eBay, do Macquarie, do Poshmark, do Facebook Marketplace, do Bonanza, whatever you can. Do flea markets. Bill, my co-host, that we typically do shows on Monday evenings, every other Monday. He does flea markets. I know the people that do pop-ups. They're kind of like flea markets. So again, if you or do yard sale, if you have a lot of excess inventory, you just want to give it a last shot before you redonate it or whatever. Do a yard sale, or do discount it heavily and take it to a flea market. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't sell, you can always donate it. So that's an option too. So I want to bring that to your attention, guys. So make sure you check your listings. If you have a lot of things, especially if you have a lot of things in your unsold, it could be a problem. Hey, Mr. Sadie, thanks for joining us, Bubba. So make sure you check your eBay unsold. Apparently what's happening was eBay was just randomly pulling listings and putting them in unsolds, and they weren't necessarily unsold. And some of them were actually active listings, and they put them in their unsolds, and others, they just fell off the platform and they ended up in unsolds. So again, guys, make sure you check that. I know it's a bad time to do inventory, but again, make sure your inventory is up to snuff. Make sure that's done, because you don't have any issues. I have a very small inventory right now. I printed out my inventory, and depending upon how slow it is in the chat, I was going to, double check some of my jeans and my inventory. So that was one thing I was going to do. And I also have the other thing, guys, is to make sure you have plenty of boxes. I discussed this before, about getting the USPS, the free supplies, the priority mail supplies, and getting them early without getting down to the nitty gritty. So if you don't have them, you might definitely want to order them now. I mean, hopefully it'll be here on time, but hopefully, you're good to go. But I went to Walmart the other day trying to pick up a couple of boxes, because I had some things that didn't fit in the boxes that I saved, and that's another thing. That's, one of the $64,000 questions, do you recycle your shipping supplies? So guys, you can put that in the chat if you do. Put Y for yes or N for no. If you're watching the replay, feel welcome to post in the comments about the show and whether you use recycle your shipping goods. I do typically. And what I do is I take off all the shipping information. I peel it off. I use my Scotty peelers, and then sometimes I'll just mark off with a Sharpie some of the other information, and then I'll use like eBay shipping tape. I have the eBay shipping tape here, and then I'll just kind of brand it up with the eBay shipping tape. So it looks like it's an eBay package, and I might use an Amazon box or a Walmart box, but I have the eBay shipping tape. So that's an option too. So anyway, what I was getting to was I went to Walmart to get some boxes, and it looks like a cyclone went through there. It was a disaster. I couldn't even find the clearance section. It's like, as a reseller, you go to Walmart, you got to hit the clearance section. Well, I couldn't even hit the clearance section. I couldn't even find the clearance section. So I walked around for about 20 minutes. Tried to find those boxes, couldn't find them. I had to dodge the salespeople. That's the other thing that annoys me. Maybe I'll do a little few pet peeves today while I'm on my roll here. I have a membership at Sam's Club, so I actually went to Sam's Club this morning. So I figured I have the premium membership. I forget exactly what it's called, Premier, whatever it's called. You get there a couple hours earlier than the regular paid membership. So let me avoid the crowds because the day before Thanksgiving it's going to be nuts. So I went in there and did that. But anyway, Walmart was a terrible mess. And then they had people selling you things, which really annoys me, especially at Sam's, because they're trying to sell you like cell phones or trying to sell you home improvements. Like, well, I paid $100 some for my membership. I don't want people soliciting my business as I'm walking through Sam's. So at least they didn't have them there at Sam's because I was there early. But they did have them at Walmart, so I'm kind of like dodging the salespeople, and then I go into the business section of Walmart, and the boxes are destroyed. There's no boxes that I need. I couldn't find a clearance section, but that's just part of it. So let me read some of the comments, guys. What does Sharon say here? It says, ask friends and family to save their shipping boxes for you, like from Amazon, etc., and get the bubble wrap and pillows too. Absolutely, Sharon. I do. I save the bubble wrap. I save the pillows, ear pillows, because they come in handy. Randy says he does dumpster diving, it looks like. Anyone needs boxes, Ross boxes, I toss a full dumpster away every week if you're near a town. Okay. Well, I know Bill is kind of sort of near town, but not that close. So Bill, I sent mentioned earlier, I invited a couple people to see if they could join me in the chat, and Bill's doing decorating for the holidays. So he's not available. He may be hopefully listening to the show in the background. So again, that's another thing, and that's a good point. But again, I'm going to touch on a subject, guys. It's a little touchy, but be careful when you're out dumpster diving. Certain communities have laws against dumpster diving. If it's in a fenced-in area, technically you're not supposed to go there. Other communities have laws that you can't dumpster dive. I'm going to mention this. I probably shouldn't, but I've known someone that met their ultimate timely death dumpster diving. So be smart, guys. This poor person, she went dumpster diving at night, and she got in the dumpster, and they came around and emptied the dumpster. God forbid when she was in there. So please, if you're dumpster diving, please be careful. What Marcus says, he has a Costco membership and $6 a year worth it. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's funny. I talk again. We're just having a chat here, guys, so it's kind of more casual. Again, let me put the link in the chat. If any of you guys want to join me, please join me. You're more than welcome to hop in with StreamYard and join the chat. Join me, live on the show. Where I am now, I'm like right outside of Philadelphia, New Jersey, and it's a very heavily commercial area here. So I joined BJ's back in the day, and it was right near my office where I was in outside sales, and it was near my regional office. So I joined BJ's. So that was great, and it's pretty reasonable. So then I had some issues with my health, which most of you probably know, and I joined Sam's because they had a deal on prescriptions if you got the Plus membership. I remember now what it's called. It's called the Sam's Plus membership. So that's why I got that. And so I had that Plus Sam's. So now they just opened a Costco that's even closer. It's like not even 10 minutes from me. They opened a Costco. So I have a Costco 10 minutes. I have a BJ's 15 minutes. And I have a Sam's Club maybe 20 minutes. So my plan is to move to Delaware. And God knows how close I'll be. I know there's a BJ's down there somewhere. but it might be a bit of a haul. What does J. Marie say? See, read the comments here. Found a cute little pewter, a bit bigger than a quarter, pretty heavy. Apple, which is well in the middle. Can't think of anything that would fit in it. Anyone know what is? Let me post this up on the up top here, guys, in front of my body here, so cover up my body. So anybody have any answers for J. Marie? If you can help, I'd appreciate it. Another thing, J. Marie, again, I'm trying to encourage people. At this point, I don't have a lot of activity in the Facebook group. I try to post my Facebook group, the Reselling Rhythms Facebook group, that this show is typically called Reselling Rhythms. But due to the fact that I don't have a guest, I just called it a Thanksgiving Eve working hangout. If you guys aren't a member of that group, that's something I'm trying to encourage you people to join the group. And if something like J. Marie has this question about reselling, guys, if you can share in the reselling group, and then people can respond to your questions. I mean, that's what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a community. You heard me probably many times say to everyone in my family was a school teacher except for me. So I'm trying to give back to the community for what I learned, trying to help people, become better and more profitable resellers. And that's part of the thing I'm trying to provide is the Facebook group. So if you're not a member, I know Sharon's been posting the link. It's also in the description of the video when the video uploads. It's in the description of the Facebook group. So again, I have some very knowledgeable resellers. I think right now I have 200 or 300 members. Like to really, build that up a little bit more. And again, I wanted for a place to share information. I did post in there. I got a little dry here. All this talking I'm doing. Usually I have a guest on. They do most of the talking. So I'm doing all the talking tonight. I did post that supposedly the new postal rates will go into effect. I believe it's January 5th. I did post that in the Facebook group. One of the repackaging companies, the companies that does shipping basically. It's kind of like Pirate Ship, but it's different company. They had a link and they posted all the different rate increases. I believe it's like between 4 to 6% on average. But again, it is what it is. And just remember, guys, when you factor in your shipping, whether you're doing a fixed price shipping or you're doing quote unquote free shipping, where you factor in the cost of the shipping, remember you're also paying commission on that. So like on eBay, I used to say 15%, it might be 14% now because managed payments is slightly less than the 2.9% and the 30 cents that PayPal was charging. But basically figure roughly 15% commission you're paying on shipping. The reason for that is back in the day, if you guys didn't know, I'm sure most of you probably do know, people would do something like, a 99-cent listing or $1.99 and the product was worth like $40. And they would charge, $1.99 and, $50 shipping or something crazy like that. So then they would avoid paying commissions on the shipping. And eBay finally said, hey, no, we're not doing that anymore. You got to pay, you got to pay on the final value fee. So you have to pay commissions on the shipping. So when you factor in your cost of shipping, let's just say make it easy. It's $10. Technically, it's costing you closer to $11.50. Figure that $10 plus another 15% is $1.50. So it's costing you roughly $11.50. So something like that, I would probably just round it up to like $11.99 for my shipping. Typically, what I do is I charge for shipping, and I kind of just try to break even on the shipping. I mean, sometimes if I have something that's not selling, I might try and incorporate it. I mean, I might put like on a promotion, promoted sale, 3-5%, and then I'll also, include it free shipping. But again, I'm factoring the cost of my shipping. Plus the fees and everything, and I include that as well. So that's an option you can do as well. So that's what's going on. I want to say hello to Craig. I see Craig showed up. Thanks for joining us again, guys. I'm going to put the link in the chat for StreamYard. Guys, you know, like I said, I'm going to even waive my requirement. You have to be on camera. As long as you have a microphone and you have a webcam, you can just use your avatar, and you just come on and we can just talk about reselling, just have a general chat. So I do have some jeans here. I don't know what the deal is, guys. If you guys are you're actually working, or you're just kind of hanging out and talking about reselling, depending upon if any of you guys want to join me in the chat, we'll kind of waive it. Hey, Harlan, good to see you. Haven't seen you forever and ever. I hope things are good down south. I hope you're being safe down there. It's funny. Let me just show you something, Harlan. You reminded me because, I saw you at eBay Open, and, it's funny. I really don't have much of a family anymore, and I always think about Thanksgiving as being a time about, remembering your family and what you're thankful for. So it's funny that Harlan is here. I met Harlan the second time I went to eBay Open. The first time was this one, and this is and I'm thinking about who I'm thankful for, and I actually miss Karin and Jason. You guys can probably see this relatively well. I don't have too much flashback from my light box here from my but you can see here. Let me get a little bit lower here. So you can see that's Jason Prof Sales, Casey the Rockstar Flipper, myself, and Jason's better half, Karin. So that was it when Casey did his meetup with the Mandalay Bay. Right next door, they had the meetup at the lounge, and so I actually have a video on that, you guys. It's a pretty cool video I did with my phone. It was kind of cool. So you'll see that, and it it shows the meetup and different people. Katie and Vicky were there as well. So that was kind of fun to get to meet Katie and Vicky, and I met, I knew Jason and Karin, but I might get them in person. And first time I met Casey in person. So, again, I was just going through some things and just reminiscing about things I'm thankful for. And hopefully we'll have another eBay Open. 2 years ago, they skipped it. I guess they didn't, because they have some corporate raiders in eBay running eBay now. And I guess they didn't want to spend the money to run eBay Open. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. So they didn't do eBay Open 2 years ago. And then, of course, we know they didn't do eBay Open this year. I was supposed to go to a YouTube creators seminar last summer. So I'm hoping with the vaccine that it may happen this summer, because they did it virtually. And I did another YouTube seminar. I did that virtually as well. And that was in Las Vegas. So I was like really disappointed. Like, man, I would love to go into this thing in Las Vegas. But so, maybe come this summer or the fall. Hopefully things will be a lot better. And we can kind of hang out in Vegas or go. The other one's up in Syracuse area. So I don't know if I want to go to Syracuse, but there was a lot of great YouTube creators, and there was a lot to learn at that. So that's so hopefully we'll have it, and I have to get a new car, because my 2,500 Pilot is not going to make it up to Syracuse, New York. There's no way. So I have to get a new car before the spring. So that's one of the things that's on my agenda. So let me post this link again in the chat, guys. I'm just kind of like rambling on, just talking about reselling and why I'm thankful. If you guys want to put in the chat, I listen to a lot of sports radio when I'm at home working or cleaning or doing eBay or whatever I'm doing around the house. I listen to a lot of sports radio. So, they have all these different themes. So one of the things is, what are you thankful for? So what are you guys thankful for? Family, or you're thankful for your health? They used to say when I was younger, and I never thought about anything about it. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And that's so true, guys. Try to take care of yourself. And I mean, some things are avoidable. Obviously, something genetic or something, but and I'm not trying to preach to the choir, tell you what to do, but if you can get exercise, and if you can, I know it's difficult, drink in moderation, try not to smoke cigarettes. I'm not trying to preach, but again, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So again, I'm thinking about what I'm thankful for. And that's, I was thinking about the eBay Open, and that was kind of neat, reminding myself about eBay Open. So again, guys, we're going to do like a little reselling hangout. If anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome. I said the link is StreamYard links in the chat. So it's pretty relatively easy. You can even do it from a cell phone. The only thing I ask you, if you do it from a cell phone, make sure you have some kind of tripod that you mount your cell phone on, and you have decent lighting, because it can be difficult with a cell phone if you don't have a tripod. But it works really well, especially now with the cameras on the cell phones are so much better than back in the day. In fact, most of the cell phones now have better cameras than the webcam that I'm using. I told you guys in the past that I purchased a Canon camera, and I have a lot of accessories, but unfortunately, my Dell computer is not strong enough to process that, process the stream from the camera, and there's something called a capture card. It's not strong enough, so that's on the agenda too. I'm going to have to buy a computer that has basically a gaming computer that has enough RAM and has a card in it, a gaming graphics card, so I can process that and so that use the camera as streaming, so it'll increase my view a lot better. If any of you guys are doing YouTube, and if you use StreamYard, in fact I sent this out to Beth, and Beth may be Carol, I am still moving, but again, I try not to talk too much about my health, but it's been a really rough year. And then with the pandemic, I was kind of worried about having people come in my home. So I need assisting, basically decluttering and throwing things out. And I'm just going to rent a dumpster. I'm going to donate a lot of stuff, throw out a lot of stuff. And eventually I want to move down to Delaware. The property taxes are about a quarter of what they are in New Jersey. I'm paying roughly $6,000 a year in property taxes here. If I did the improvements to my home to get it where it should be, we're talking about another $50,000. So that would be roughly $200,000 home. But if I'm assessed at $200,000, I'll be paying probably about $8,000 in property taxes. So that's a little crazy. So if I move down to Delaware, I can get a home for like $250,000, $275,000. And my property taxes will be like $2,000. Whereas up here, if it was like $200,000, it'd be over $8,000. So it's like a quarter. Yeah, I hear Massachusetts is very bad with property taxes. Yes. Well, hear it again and again and again. I understand it's part of the deal, but our county taxes are very high, and our school taxes are high. But again, coming from a family of school teachers, I understand that's part of the deal. I have friends that complain about having to pay school taxes when they don't have children, but that's the deal. It's just the way it is. You pay school taxes if you live in an area that has a school system, which, pretty much everywhere in the United States has a school system. You got to pay school taxes. So again, if I move down to Delaware, DuPont, there's a lot of corporations that are it's very corporate tax friendly state. So a lot of companies are incorporated in Delaware. So that's why the property taxes are so much lower there. So again, guys, I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. We'll come up with a couple more topics to discuss about reselling. Anything that you guys are aware of, any kind of glitches or anything that you might want to bring up in the chat as far as reselling? Any tips or any, again, Carol, I know you weren't here earlier, and I'm going to have that drawing, and we're right around a half an hour-ish of the show. So I'll probably have the drawing in 10, 15 minutes. There weren't a lot of comments. I do have I'm going to use the random comment generator. There's something for everything. There's actually a YouTube random comment generator picker. So I have that all ready to go. So occasionally I do have drawings, guys. I appreciate you all being here. And if you can share it, share the video or share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this to the point where at least I make a little bit of money to offset my expenses. Like I said, I bought, camera equipment and microphones, and I'm going to buy I bought, tripods and different things. I'm trying to up my game. I told you guys I have to buy a new computer to stream properly with my camera. So there are expenses involved, and I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just trying to offset some of my expenses. So trying to grow the channel, get to the point where I get monetized. At this point, I'm not monetized. That's another thing. It's not really reseller related, but just be aware. Again, I follow a lot about YouTube. You'll start seeing commercials on all YouTube channels now. Even the channels that aren't monetized, like my channel is not monetized because you have to have over 4,000 watch hours and you have to have over 1,000 subscribers. So I don't have the 4,000 watch hours yet. That's really difficult for me. Hey, Gary, good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well. And I know you're doing auctions from time to time. I'm on a kind of a buying freeze, so I have to get my cash piles or future profit piles things listed. So we're gonna do that. So if you guys don't know, Westside Gary, subscribe to his channel if you like, and he does auctions from time to time. So that's something that if you guys are interested, we talked the previous show I did with Lori. We talked about buying things online at the YouTube auctions and YouTube Buy It Nows. So again, if you're not subscribed to Gary, you might want to consider subscribing to Gary. And he does auctions from time to time. So again, eventually I may do one just for content. I've had conversation with other resellers. I might have one a month or something, or one every 6 weeks, just for content. I probably won't be selling anything. I think I've done two where I've like a part-time auctioneer to kind of support the other channels, but I never really had one on my show. So and dry mouth, all this talking I'm done. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is have a an occasional Buy It Now or auction where I have other resellers on. So Any guys have any issues with the eBay or Poshmark or anything that's going on? What's Randy saying here? I'm going to put this up on the main screen so I don't have to look down at. You see the top of my head. I'm going to put it up on the main screen here so I can see it a little bit better. You see large sellers that don't ship to Puerto Rico and Guam, etc. It's not because they don't pay. It's because eBay is not seamless when printing orders and takes too much time to collect the ship. Okay, correct the shipping. Okay, so there's an issue. Okay, thanks, Randy. Thanks for sharing. So there's an issue when you ship to Puerto Rico or Guam. Now, if you're saying, is that direct shipping? I'm assuming that's not, using the eBay shipping program, the global shipper program. I'm assuming that's if you want to print out a label and you want to ship to U.S. territories like Puerto Rico or Guam. Is that correct, Randy? I know some people use the global shipping program, and for the most part, they're happy with that. So I guess if you can just elaborate and tell us what the issue is with that. But thanks for the tip, though. I mean, that's why I'm here, guys, to try to share information, and we can share information we know about things or issues or even tips, things that help us be more profitable from eBay printing. Okay, yeah. I had an issue when I first got into the business, and I told you guys I had a lot of jeans, and I still have a lot of jeans, but that's another story. And I had to ship to South America somewhere. I forget where it was. I don't know if it was Brazil or something, whatever. And then what happened was I was trying to set up my global shipping program, and I couldn't get it to work properly. And I finally just said, I'll just ship it directly. And then a guy scammed me. And it ended up costing me over $20 some in shipping. He scammed me, and he's there like, well, these jeans were altered. They weren't altered. I mean, I knew enough to check the hems and everything. They weren't altered. So I ended up eating the shipping cost, and then the jeans. I didn't have a lot of money invested in the jeans, but it's a lesson. I say a lot of times. That's another thing I've learned. I mean, this wasn't a college thing. This was just a life lesson. Fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So that was a lesson to be learned. The guy screwed me on the shipping. So now, always take plenty of pictures, always disclose thing. Another issue I had on a pair of women's jeans was there was a couple minor faults. I mean, these jeans were 15 years old. And when I first got into the business, it was like I would see something and the cuffs were good and the zipper worked and it was a decent size. So, okay, I'll list them. But then you get to know the brands, like the Kmart brands and the Walmart brands and the Target brands, and a lot of those brands don't resell well. So I found a couple of faults in this, and this woman's going back and forth with me. Are there any stitching missing? Is there any? It's like, oh no, this is a nightmare waiting to happen. So I was very nice to her. I gave her specific things. I said, what you're looking for basically is a 15-year-old item that you want it basically like it's new, or in extremely good condition, like new condition. I said, this is not in like new condition. So what I ended up doing was I ended up pulling that listing and I blocked her. She can still message me, but she can't purchase from me through the site. And I pulled that particular item off out of my store because you learn, you live and learn. And like I said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I said, this is a nightmare waiting to happen with this woman. She's gonna send these back and she's gonna say, oh, there's a fault here, there's a fault here. You didn't disclose it. And the jeans were $10. I mean, that was the pity of it all. She can't get these jeans anymore. It's a perfect size for her. It had a couple like wear spots, like like with the blue jeans, like especially if they have like stretch material in them, they kind of lose their coloring and points. So you'll see it looks a little threadbare. So there's a couple spots on the back left leg. I mean, half-inch size spots. So I said, oh no, this is a nightmare waiting to happen. So I just no, no, it's not happening. I might have been born Tuesday, but I wasn't born last Tuesday. So I decided not to. So what'd you say, Randy? You shipped 900 orders one day. Holy cow! Wow, Randy, if you don't mind me asking, I'm assuming you have multiples of things, and you must be doing some replenishables if you're doing that kind of volume. You're not doing 900 one-offs, right? That's amazing. Congratulations. That is incredible. 900 in one day. Well, I'm assuming that was over the weekend, but still, 900 on one day. That's crazy. And I hope you have help. I mean, how did you get 900 items out shipping 900 items in one day? I got to assume you have help. to do 900 orders. I mean, I know people that, some of the, medium to larger size resellers, they might have 50, 60 items, 50 or 60, not 900. And it says it takes them, 3, 4, 5 hours to ship it. If you got 900, you're like 10 times that amount. That's insane. Congratulations. That's great. Randy, I should have you come on a show. I'm sure you got your wealth of knowledge. You could share some information. So let me put the link in one more time, guys. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to give it a minute or two, and then I'll do my drawing. Again, for the jewelry that I had, I told you I had the drawing. So I want to do that, and then make sure to, have that. And then again, just contact me through my email. A little sip of water first. A lot of replenishables. 9 sites. And then you have 5 employees. Okay. I'm saying, I don't know, one person gets 900 items shipped in a day. That's incredible. That is great. That is really great. 5 platforms, 9 sites, 6 employees. Okay. That is tremendous. Congratulations, Randy. Like I said, I need you have you come on. You'd be a great guest just to tell, that you're a success story, to tell people how, how successful you can be if you apply yourself and put the time in. Hi, Joni. Thanks for joining us. So let me, guys, I'm going to do the, and Sharon, if you could, I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. My phone is half dead. I just want to make sure that, that I can see that when I do a share screen that it does come up. Okay, so it does. I have it on my phone. So I'm going to do my share screen, and I'm going to do the drawing from, I told you guys I had the drawing. That was kind of just a thank you guys for being subscribers. So let me do that drawing now. I'm going to do a share screen. All right, and we'll do the Chrome tab and YouTube random comment generator. And I just want to make sure it's going to come up on the screen, and it should come up shortly. And why is it? There it is. Okay. So let me, let's see here. Make that full screen. All right. And I want to do that. I want to do the drawing. All right, guys. So I have the YouTube. I have my link to the video included in the, if you see it right here, in a URL. And this is kind of a neat tool. If you guys ever did this on your own channel, it's something to consider. It's just called commentpicker.com. And again, I have the stream that I did, the drawing on. And I'm going to click here. And we shall have a winner shortly. Start the raffle and pick a random winner. All right, you're not going to work for me here? Why is this not working? Oh, get YouTube comments. I'm going to do that first. That's why. I did practice this, guys. Here we go. Hickory Springs is the winner. Congratulations, Valerie. You guys can see that Hickory Springs was the winner. Watching the replay now. Sorry I had to work and missed you live. So Hickory Springs is the winner of the jewelry, the earrings. So let me stop sharing that, and I will reach out to her, and hopefully she watches the replay. And hello. It looks like a couple people joined. Chris DeGroos joined. Thanks for joining, Chris. Also, Maggie Doodle's in the house. I guess you don't have your choir practice, your course prize tonight. Thanks for joining us. What to get the fine going with a cold drink? Yeah, I have some warm water, Chris. That's what I'm drinking here. So again, Valerie was the winner of the earrings. So I will contact Valerie, and so she was the winner. So occasionally I do have drawing, guys. I appreciate you all being here and joining my channel, and hopefully you're subscribed. Again, if you know anybody that enjoys this kind of content, again, typically I have the a guest on every Wednesday evening, but I didn't tonight because I didn't know how it would go with being Thanksgiving Eve. I figured people were busy making dinner. I didn't want to inconvenience people from joining me when they have family commitments and whatnot. So hey Glenn, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining. Let me put the link one more time in the chat. Again, I've been doing mostly chatting, but it is technically a working hangout. So if anybody wants to join me on the panel, you're more than welcome to join. Again, all you really need is a webcam, and the microphone comes with the webcam, so you're good to go with that. And probably do like another 20 minutes or so. And if we have other people join us, we might go a little bit longer, but we can do a little bit of working hangout. So Again, Valerie was the winner of the earrings. So again, we have some of the OG resellers in the house. Again, we have Gary's been doing his. Gary does construction management, and he does a lot of reselling. And then Chris the Goose does a ton of. He also runs. I think he has a bunch of side business as well and does reselling. And then we have Carol, and we have Donatella in the house. Donatella Bottolino. We talked earlier about the various YouTube auctions and YouTube channels. Again, Donatella Bottolino has a YouTube channel where she does a lot of auctions with her friend T. Auctions for you. So again, guys, if you're not subscribed to her channel, consider that. Donatella does a lot of reseller bundles type packs, things for reselling. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to her channel. She's had Chris on her channel. I think she's had Gary on her channel. And I know she's had, I think she had Lori on. It was on my channel before. Lori's has been on Donatella's channel. So Donatella has a lot of resellers on her channel. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Donatella, I'll just share this with you and some of the other people that just joined. I'm reminiscing about the things I'm thankful for. And one of the things was I was thankful to go to eBay Open. So this is the picture from the first eBay Open I went to. If you can see, that is Jason Proud Sales, Casey the Rockstar Flipper, myself, and Corin, who's Jason's Proud Sales better half. So that was when Casey had his meetup, and Katie and Vicky also did their meetup at the same time. So there was quite a few resellers at that meetup. So again, hopefully they'll have them again. Maybe this summer or next summer. I'm guessing probably the following summer if eBay does decide to have it. Hopefully things will be better by then. So again, I told you guys I have a YouTube seminar scheduled for I believe it's August. So we'll see how well things happen over the next 6 months or 8 months. So I'm gonna have to consider getting the vaccine. So that's an issue. So again, guys, if you're having people over, please be safe. I mean, I don't want to hear that you guys got sick. I'm very cautious because I have a lot of health issues. I have to be really super careful. So I even hate going food shopping. It's like you got to do what you got to do, guys. So is there anybody had any, like I said, I asked you earlier if there's anybody had any issues. I know, again, we talked about there were some glitches with eBay with unsolds popping up, and whether they were legitimate unsolds or not. Things were basically falling off the platform, going into unsold. Sometimes they were said they were quote unquote unsolds, and they weren't. They were already listed, and they were popping in the unsolds. I'm hearing that there's also issues with Seller Central on Amazon. That was told to me. I was told not to share the person that shared it with me, but I was told there's issues also with Amazon as well. So guys said, please, track your eBay business. Make sure that you don't have unsolds or, I know it's difficult this time of year to do an inventory. I will be doing an inventory because I don't have a real lot of listings right now. Again, if you have toys, get them listed. I have a few toys here I have to have listed. I don't have them listed yet. That's one of the reasons I went to Walmart to look for boxes, and they didn't have boxes. So I'm going to have to, I will look through some of my boxes. I'm going to have to modify boxes. We're going to have to come up with something. I picked up a Lego, puzzle, a Lego toy, one of the yard sales, and it's a $30 item. I think I paid $10 for it. So, it's profitable. And again, if you have toys, guys, make sure I'm preaching to the choir here. You're all experienced resellers. But if you have your cash pile or your future profit pile, make sure you get all your toys listed first. Things that are sell around the holidays, get those listed first, because that's just common sense. I mean, I'm not too worried about the women's jeans that I have here, but I want to get my toys listed, and again, hard goods obviously are easier to list. So that's my plan, is to get more involved with hard goods in 2021. So were there any other issue, guys, that you have with any of the platforms, or you have any tips or tricks that you want to share with the group? And again, I'm going to put the post one more time for StreamYard in the chat. Again, I didn't schedule anybody for your people that just joined recently. I have a guest every Wednesday. 99% of every Wednesday I have a guest on. I just decided, with it being Thanksgiving Eve and people have family commitments, I didn't want to inconvenience anybody, and then it's been relatively difficult, to be honest with you guys, to book guests. So if you are in the chat and you want to become a guest, reach out to me. On Instagram, I'm on Twitter, under Adam's Exploits. Sharon's been posted my links. I have an email, which is just adamsexploits without the apostrophe at gmail.com. You can Facebook message me through my business page, which is Adam's Exploits. So it's pretty easy. I'm Adam's Exploits on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So, and also on Gmail, Adam's Exploits without the apostrophe at gmail.com. So it's pretty easy to contact me. So there's somebody to join us. Hello.
Hi, Adam. I just wanted to say hi. I missed you on Wednesday night.
I miss you too. Let me. Just bear with me. I'm going to put my earbuds in just in case we have an issue. I had them handy.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not really YouTube.
That's fine. I appreciate you joining me. I miss you too. I said, I talk. I always talk about reselling, and everybody says, "Oh, talk to Maggie. Talk to Maggie. Talk to Maggie." I said, "Maggie's busy." So what do you do? You do your Quoral prior, I don't know what you call it.
Right. Our Wednesday is my course night, and we're still meeting on Zoom. We're doing.
I was going to ask you if that was virtual or you're doing it virtual. Okay.
We've been actually meeting up every other Saturday. Those of us who feel comfortable doing it live at in Atco.
Okay.
At a VFW there.
That's my old neck of the woods. I used to live in Sicklerville, Winslow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Atco. It's like a VFW. They have like a pavilion. So we can stand under the pavilion. We wear our masks and everything, but it's so nice to sing together because on Zoom we can't sing together. Hey, everybody in chat.
I don't know how this thing got so tangled up, Mike.
Hey, oh, you're a mess.
So you can hold down the chat for 2 minutes while I plug in my earbuds here, please.
Yeah. Has anybody else I've had a weird eBay thing when listing, even though I'm on managed payments, it keeps saying to me, you please update your PayPal address. So I've had to several times I've had to just make drafts until the thing goes away, and it's popped up a few days over this past week or so, where it's almost as if it wants me to put in my PayPal address, which obviously is moot now. Hi, Donna, because of managed payments, but. That's the only thing. I did notice on my Amazon that my sales today weren't showing up in my daily total. So if I were to go on, it would say you have 0 sales today. But if I would look at the actual transactions, I did have sales today. So I guess.
I can hear you, and there won't be any feedback now.
I guess these platforms are gearing up. Yeah, Sharon says she's had that happen. Had to change for PayPal. Well, this is just weird because under managed payments, you don't need to, right? You just check under managed payments.
Right. I was going to bring something up too to the chat. I if you guys heard this, I'm hearing that PayPal now is doing a hands-free transactions that you download PayPal to your phone and it gives you a QR code that the person can scan your QR code from your phone. So if you're doing a flea market or you're doing Facebook Marketplace or something, they can just scan your PayPal QR code and they can do the transaction that way. So I thought that was kind of neat. They didn't say anything about fees. They are going to be fees, but I think they're waiving the fees till like the beginning of January. But I'm just curious if anybody got involved in that.
I hadn't heard about that.
You're still not on managed payment, Donatello? Wow, I don't do a lot of volume. They added me like 2 weeks ago. So I had applied, quote unquote, a couple months ago, just because I figured eventually they're going to have to transfer everybody over. So I had applied.
Oh, I see, Sharon. So you keep changing it, and then you can list. So
what does Sharon do?
She says I change it to PayPal. I've had to change from PayPal to a credit card.
Okay.
I'll try that next time. Because it's annoying because for a while I just can't list. I can create drafts, but then I have to go back the next day and launch them. So
are you home or you're down the shore?
Down at the shore until
good place to be.
Until next week. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy up but we're in Philly, the rules are so restrictive over there. It's just literally crazy.
Yeah.
That we can't. My son and daughter-in-law live in Philly, so you can't visit other people's households there. Yeah, so
yeah, it's well, like I said, I'm hoping. Like I don't know if you were in the chat, how long you were in chat, but I'm hoping come the summertime, things will be better. I'm probably going to have it may not be virtual. It was supposed to be last August. I was supposed to have a YouTube creator seminar up in New York, up in Albany area.
Oh,
and that ended up becoming virtual. Then I still have the quote unquote ticket for this. I don't know if I'll have it in August this year or not. I don't know what's going to happen. And then I attended another one virtually that was in Las Vegas. And I love Las Vegas. I would love to have been in Las Vegas, but I got a little tickle in my throat. I got to mute myself here while I cough, guys. So
I am not a fan of Vegas. Oh, Randy says, I've been with PayPal since 2002 and I found their service to really drop. I mean,
really? So PayPal has been okay. So has anybody else experienced, like, again, I told you guys that one of my reseller friends had a lot of issues with eBay. Has anybody else had problems with listings dropping off of eBay and going into their unsold folders, or just they are listed and they still end up in your unsold folder? Did you have that at all, Maggie?
I have not had it. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Here's the deal. Right now, I'm doing a huge inventory. But
I'm doing inventory too. I have a small inventory, but
So what I did yesterday,
the bane of my existence.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God, I'm just going to come and take them from you.
I got to redo my interview because I keep pulling stuff. I don't know if you heard me. I had to pull one pair because this one was trying to get a $10 pair of jeans and she wanted them in like new condition. I said, they're 15 years old. I said, I'm charging you $10. They're not like new.
People are crazy. Hey, Todd.
Hey, Mr. Todd.
Yeah, Donna, my son and daughter-in-law live in Miami, and they're pretty much open down there in Florida. That's nice. Here it's a little crazy.
Yeah, well,
not much.
I don't want to get. I got to be very careful. I'm careful not to discuss politics or religion on this channel.
So
I'm very careful.
In doing my inventory, what I did yesterday, because I have a bunch of merchant fulfilled Amazon books. So I went through, I printed out my whole list and I checked the list against everything in the box. And I had 6 boxes full of merchant fulfilled Amazon.
Okay.
I had only 3 boxes full were actually still listed. Like I kept coming across books that weren't on my list. So there was.
And they were merchant fulfilled listings.
Amazon.
Wow.
So, yeah. So.
That's not good.
No.
Now, were you able to access Seller Central? I got a tip that Seller Central was down for most of the day today.
You know what? I've been out and about most of the day, so I literally just turned my computer on right before I came in here.
Okay.
I could on my phone. It kept saying 0 sales, but if I went into my orders, there were orders.
Okay. So again, you were having the glitch as well. Okay.
I think there's something maybe.
Okay.
But I haven't logged on my computer.
It's tough. Everybody else becoming a millionaire in eBay sales a year. God bless you, Todd.
Not really.
That's the other thing I mentioned before, Mag. I know you're on multiple platforms, but I discussed it. And again, I talk all the time about networking with other resellers and sharing information. And that's one of the things that has come up. Make sure you're on multiple platforms, especially if you rely mainly on Amazon.
Definitely.
In a New York minute, you could be off of Amazon. I mean, they can suspend you. They can kick you totally off the platform. So have multiple streams of income. Do Amazon if you can, or do eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace. I'm hearing great things about Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, and I want to get into Facebook Marketplace. Is actually different than Facebook Shops. Right.
I'm not even familiar with Facebook Shops at all.
So, because I'm more kind of active on Instagram, and I read about you can sell on Instagram, and I looked into it and I set it up. You had to set it up through a Facebook shop.
Really? Okay.
And then your stuff, you can put it onto Instagram where it's clickable and they can go buy it, but it doesn't work proper. Or I've had a hard time making it work properly, and it gets virtually no.
The people that I know that they kind of work around that, they'll list if they have like a hot listing, maybe they'll put it on whatever platform they typically sell on. It could be multiple cross posted on different things. Oh, remind me to ask you, it's Vendu that you use, right? Your cross posting tool?
No, I went to the dark side.
You went to the dark side?
I went to List Perfectly. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got to be careful because I got to watch what toes I step on.
Yeah, I did.
I moderated for Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, and he had the ladies on from List Perfectly.
Oh.
Again, I know people that cross post manually. I know people that use List Perfectly. I know people that use other platforms, and I don't want to misspeak because I don't use it, but I have heard there's been some issues with List Perfectly. My guess the main thing I'm finding out or hearing, again, this is all secondhand, thirdhand knowledge because I don't use List Perfectly, is that there's a lot of work still required because I was obviously moderating the show, so I was trying to pay attention to the chat and pay attention to what the ladies were saying, but there's only like 6 or 7 fields that they actually fill in. They fill in your title, your pictures, your description, your price, and 2 other, I think it's new or used, and like 1 other category, and everything else you have to manually put in, correct?
You do. So
No,
there's tiers, there's levels, and I think I'm at the middle level. I pay $50 and $49.99 a month.
Suppose that was the one that's the better one, right?
Right. There's another one, and there's also some people go into List Perfectly and create their listing there.
That's what I was going to bring up.
And they
have you had any experience with that?
I don't do that because I don't want to pay extra for.
That's even additional, right? That's over and above the $50.
You have over so many listings that are sitting in there on their.
Gotcha. Yeah, because they have like cloud storage, and you have to pay for so much space. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I use it strictly for cross posting. I list on Poshmark. If it's clothing item, I list it on Poshmark, and from there I list Perfectly to eBay, and so yeah, it for me it fills in the title, the pictures, the description,
the price,
and my SKU, my custom field.
Okay. But it doesn't fill in any of the item specifics.
It does not, but the trick to that is.
Okay, we're going to give you a trick here. Pro tip, pay attention.
Cram every word you can into your title, because everything you put in your title will go into your item specifics. So
see what you get for that, Molly.
Yeah. So just fill that all in. Don't worry about how it sounds or looks with all these random
Maggie.
And then that will fill in the specifics down for you. If I have a
I wonder if there's anybody that actually does it like you said on their site. Supposedly that's a lot of work too, right? If you have to put everything on their site but then I guess you're doing 4 or 5 different sites you're cross posting to.
Right. I think what happens is you list it there and then you just tell it, put it here.
What platforms, right?
But then I think it still opens up those windows where you have to tweak. And
that's the other thing. I talked earlier about having to get a new computer for use proper streaming software, whatever. But I hear like some people have like 2 or 3 different monitors, and they'll have like different screens opened up in different monitors, and obviously that makes it easier.
I can see where that would make it really easy.
Yeah.
I just I just have
the one screen, right? So yeah,
opens the tabs. But for me, what I used before, I never did use. I tried Vendoo for a little bit.
Yeah, what was I'm just curious. I mean, again, I don't know how it's I'm just asking you from your experience.
It was called Cross Listed, and it was just a Chrome extension. And it was like $9.99 a month, so it was cheap enough, and it did fill. But what it didn't put in was the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So what it would do is if I listed on Poshmark, and then I hit Cross Listed, it would download the pictures.
Okay.
So, but it just didn't do enough. And I kept thinking, I know I said to you, List Perfectly, it's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. But I tried it, and yeah.
You went to the dark side. Well, I went to the Apple iPhone, so I went to the dark side on that. Well, that's an old phone. And that's the other thing, I hate that I talk about, because I consider you a friend. I talk to you like I'm having a chat with you, but things come up, and nothing's cheap anymore.
No.
I mean, I need a new car. Well, I'm going to buy a new used car.
Yeah.
Carol was in the chat, or Carol might still be in the chat. I'm talking about moving to Delaware, and I need a new car. I need a new phone. My phone is like 5 years old. It's having issues with my phone. I need a new computer. It's like,
Oh, Mr. Sadie, hello.
Yeah, Bubba's in the house, Mr. Sadie.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring up too, guys. If you do YouTube and you use StreamYard, allegedly, StreamYard has a new program. They have a $10 paid plan now, and you can pay annually. And I think it's like $98 for the year. The other thing is you still have the watermark, but you can play unlimited video length, and you're not capped on your number of live streams. I know our friend Beth Reseller Rowboat. It's like a certain amount of hours you're allowed in a month, and she was approaching that limit. So especially if you're doing auctions and things, your 3, 4, 5 hour auctions, you go over that limit, so you have to have a paid version. So they're running some kind of Black Friday special or something for this particular plan. It's only $10, so I think it's like $98 or something. So keep that in mind. And some of the other channels, I don't have a StreamYard link because I'm not a paid person, so I'm not eligible for an affiliate link. But some of the other YouTube channels do have affiliate links. I watch Live Streaming Pros. They have a $10 coupon. So maybe that's an option. If you need StreamYard and you want the paid version where you have unlimited amount of hours you can stream in a month, you are going to have the little duck, the watermark. And then you can also do videos. Like I did that 30-second intro video. That's a part of StreamYard's package, but you can buy them. I could do like a 2-minute timer. So if I was going live at 7 p.m., I could start at 6:55 and play that and be in the chat.
Yeah.
Be chatting with people. And then, because what happens is by the time they send out the notification, sometimes it's 3, 4, 5 minutes before people start coming into the chat. Typically, at least when I watch my analytics, and that's when a lot of people are joining me.
Yeah.
So if you do that video, like a 5-minute or 3-minute video,
right.
The only issue is with the people that watch the replay. That's an issue too. So, and then if you edit it, if you take that timer out, you lose all the chat. Which kind of stinks. And I know people like reading the chat. If they watch the replay, they like reading the chat.
I like reading the chat when I'm watching something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you going to have dinner down there, you and your husband, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, just the two of us.
I heard some people bought sturkey breast, sliced lunch meat. And I didn't even buy that. I bought some chicken breasts. I went to Sam's today, and they always are out of them when I go. I get the rotisserie chickens, but they always run out of they make them, and they make chicken salad there. And they'll do chicken fajita things, packages, and different things. Right. But they actually had extra chicken breasts there where they chop up their rotisserie chickens. So I got 5 or 6 chicken breasts for $5, already cooked. So I got 2 packages of that.
Oh, cool.
So I guess I'll be eating chicken for Thanksgiving. Poultry.
We bought, because it's going to be miserable too. It's supposed to be an absolutely miserable day. So we bought, Mr. Sadie has pies in the oven.
I can't eat any of that stuff anymore.
We bought.
Can eat dairy, eggs, or gluten.
Oh, Lord.
Or sugar, most sugar.
What else is there, Adam?
Not much.
I know.
A lot of chicken lately.
It stinks.
A lot of chicken and oatmeal. Oatmeal for breakfast and chicken for dinner.
I can't eat desserts or sweet things or anything like that. We bought Michael a steak, and we bought me a piece of fish.
Okay.
And we're just going to cook a nice meal.
Nice. So you have a little romantic, just you and your husband Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, and the cats.
And the cats? The cats get a treat?
Yeah.
What do the cats get? They get a special treat?
They'll get wet food.
Mr. Sadie's making 2 cherry, 2 apple, and 2 pumpkin pies.
Mr. Sadie. What time should we be there?
You go in the pie business. Crazy.
Nothing better than pie on Thanksgiving.
So what time do you do your virtual your practice typically?
Usually 7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 to 9.
7 to 9. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to push it back a little bit because I figured maybe more people on the West Coast can join me, and then now Beth's eating dinner that time, and you're doing your thing. But
yeah,
eventually I'd like to get this up to 300-400 viewers, but it is what it is. I'm trying to learn the that eBay has the algorithm, Cassini. YouTube has algorithms too that drive traffic. I mean, you got to have good content, but you also got to have the proper format and things and drive people to your channel. So
yeah, that's the thing. Goal. I mean, I've done a few videos now.
I noticed you've done some videos. Yes,
saying for years that I never would.
Right.
But
do you enjoy it?
I do. It's more like I've learned
Like therapy, like retail therapy. It's like
no, but I've hung out in
on these chats for so many,
chats for years and years and years, and I have learned a ton. I've learned so much from so many people, and I thought, well, maybe
when you get back.
Yeah, just maybe there's a few, and I don't have a lot. Like my last video got maybe 16 views or something, but it's more like if somebody watches it, like I did one where I just walked through me listing something and cross listing it with List Perfectly,
Yeah,
so
I haven't seen that one. I should watch that.
yeah, if somebody is out there thinking, how does it go step to step? So that's all. I'm not interested in building a YouTube empire or anything, but I know there's ways
you want to build an empire.
I know there's ways you can get seen, like hashtags and all that. And it's just one of those things I keep meaning to sit down and do.
Believe it or not, hashtags are not very important anymore. All they do is they kind of tell the eBay algorithm, I'm like eBay on my mind, YouTube algorithm, what type of show you're doing, but that doesn't really drive traffic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put in like eBay or reseller things, and then, YouTube knows, oh, this is a reseller show, but it doesn't really help you with the views. I always thought it did, and everything. The more I watch all these different shows, they said hashtags really don't help that much anymore.
Yeah, I need.
You should put them because it helps with YouTube's algorithm. They know the type of show you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a few people find them who are not in this community but are interested in Poshmark and have found a few of them through that. But
that's Mr. Bubba's Mr. Sadie's saying here. Let's get his post. I got to switch between YouTube and StreamYard. Hate not to toot my own Torana, but I crossed 500 subs this week, and he took you 18 years or 10 years. I got a little smudge on my
10 years. 10 years.
10 years. I got that's another thing. I need new prescription glasses, and I got stuff from my allergies. Like I can't even see. Yeah, I have enough subscribers. I don't have the 4,000 watch hours. It's really hard unless you're doing you do a lot of content. You got to do live streams and plus recorded videos. You got to have a lot of subscribers, and eventually I'll get there.
There's so much out there too. There's so much out there to watch.
Yep, absolutely. Crazy. So what's new with you? Any new platforms or any new niches that you're getting involved in? I know you're still doing the books, you said.
I am doing the books, but what I've been doing lately that I hadn't done was posting some of my vintage ones over on Etsy.
Okay.
And I've had quite a few sales. So
really? Okay. So there you go. Another great tip.
I got a phone call one day from a man who, and I didn't pick it up because it wasn't a number I recognized.
Right.
And the message was, I see a listing of yours on eBay that I want to buy, but I have some questions about it. And I'm like, okay, this is creepy, right?
Yeah, right.
But for some reason, I thought, let me call him back. So I called him back. So here, he's a bookseller in Minnesota or somewhere. And he had someone who was looking for a book, or he had sold a book and couldn't find it. And when he went looking, I had the book.
Oh,
and
so
it was
a quasi drop ship.
Right. It was like a family history. I was the only copy he found. I think he looked on adall.com, and he said, would you sell it? He just said, I sold it for this amount. Can I get it from you for this amount? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What do I care? I'll throw a book like that up for $50, but usually it's like, it was a family history. So
okay.
How many people are going to be looking for that family history? And so normally
the whole thing, the fast nickel or slow dime. So if you had the fast nickel, right?
So if somebody's actually interested and says, hey, I'll give you $20 for that, I'm usually like, yay, sure. I get them for a quarter. So, and he was offering me a good price. I think I had to list it for 50 and he was offering me 30.
Okay.
But we just got to chatting and talking. And he said, you should put some of this stuff over on Etsy. He says, I put a lot of my vintage books on Etsy and I do pretty well. And I did. And, I sold a Bible over there for $75 the other day. And I just find that I get better prices for them and just more exposure. So, yeah.
And again, it comes back. I mean, that's kind of sort of networking. You spoke with another reseller, it just happenstance. And then you're putting books on Etsy and they're selling. So, and I tell people, reach out to other resellers, make friends in these reselling groups, if you have knowledge about somebody posting a reselling group and you have knowledge to tell people what to do, try to help them out, put a comment, and then people get to know you. And I have a YouTube show, but they get to know you. And then, you reach out to your friends if you have a question. I mean,
Right.
if I had a book question, I could reach out to you. If if I had a collectible type of thing, I would reach out to Sharon. Or
Right.
if I had clothing question, I might reach out to somebody else. Or if I
Right.
had sneaker question, I would reach out to Bill. Or if I had a parts question, I could reach out to
Yeah.
Beth.
Yeah. Definitely.
You build your network of friends, and you help each other.
Yeah. And that's like I said, that's why I've done the few videos that I've done. I figure if somebody looks at it and is helpful, then it's something. Here's something funny you'll get a kick out of. I got an email the other day from the communications director of a thrift shop that I go to.
Okay.
Out in Newtown, Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Right.
And they wanted to know if because I'm the thrift shop fashionista,
Okay.
if I would go doing their annual report. So would I give them a quote about shopping in their thrift shop for their annual report?
You got to give me any free goods?
Yeah.
Give me a 20% discount coupon.
I did. I just thought that was funny because when I've been on Instagram, if I bought something from them and I've shown it on Instagram, I would say, I just got this sweater from Second Look Retail Thrift. So they apparently follow me on Instagram.
Did you hashtag it on Instagram?
Yeah.
People do.
I thought that was pretty cool.
You'd be surprised. I mean, I hear stories about, some of these huge people on Instagram that they'll actually contact you, like you said, or big companies.
Yeah.
Hashtag them. Like Gary V, I'll reach out. Well, used to do more, but I'll reach out to people and used to spend time contacting people that were, commenting or, I guess those really answer DMs, but I mean, he would, people would do a hashtag and he would comment them. I know Pat Flynn, who does a lot. He does a lot of reselling and he does also a lot of content creation on YouTube. There's a lot of everything actually. He reaches out. He sets a time. I guess he takes a walk. I think you walk too, right? Do you do walks? I mean, he would do a walk, and he would be on his phone as he's walking. And he'd be responding to people that posting on his Instagram. Yeah.
Kathleen,
this and that in the house. Happy Thanksgiving. Good to see you. Everybody's around their ovens making pies and making stuffing and defrosting their turkeys.
I just know so many people who are having a quiet Thanksgiving this year.
And again, I say all the time, I don't get involved with politics or religion, but that's be safe, guys. Be safe. Yeah. I hear stories of people especially with all these college students that are going home. It's that's such a great idea because a lot of these, they're young and they're healthy, but they could be contagious, Yeah. And they're going home and they're to their parents or maybe their grandparents. Maybe. And then when you take a test too, it's like a picture in time. If you might get tested on a Monday and you might not be actually quote unquote positive till Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
And then you bring it to your family.
Yeah.
Be safe, guys. Be safe. I mean, with all these people that are flying now. I mean, obviously the airlines are suffering like everyone else, but still a lot of people flying this weekend, this week.
Yeah. Glenn's cooking sweet potatoes.
I must have 30 sweet potatoes. I got to start. I might eat one of those for dinner. you know about ShopRite, it's a regional supermarket chain. They had the 5-pound box, and it was $3 or something.
Oh wow!
So 60 cents a pound or something for sweet potatoes.
I've never been a big sweet potato fan until lately.
Well, it's easy. You can throw them in the microwave. You know, I can't use dairy, so I just eat that. And I might put maybe a little bit of maple syrup or something just for flavoring on it. And
they're healthier for you than regular white potatoes.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm trying to watch.
So what else is going on with your reselling business? Anything? How's your eBay sales? Are they down or are they
down? Yeah,
a lot of people complain about eBay sales being down. Again, mine is an issue because I'm not filling one. I'm not listing, and I tell people, do as I say, not as I do. If you don't list, you're not going to sell. Simple as that. But I am hearing that eBay sales have been down, especially considering it's the fourth quarter.
October was the best month I've ever had. Was my highest sales month ever in my history of reselling. And then November 1st,
the bottom dropped out.
Yeah, crazy. But like you say, Amazon's been chugging along. So
Yeah, Amazon or Facebook Marketplace or Macquarie, or like I said, now you got the extra stream of income on Etsy with your cross-posting your books.
Yeah. I really need to look into Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, but what I sell books and I sell clothes. So,
right.
Are either of those things really, is Facebook Marketplace more hard goods?
I have a couple people that do Facebook Marketplace, and I'm trying to reach out to them to come on my show, and some of them are camera shy. So I am going to try to get somebody on to talk about Facebook Marketplace. So we shall see.
Yeah, Todd's eBay.
They're kicking A's.
Through the roof.
Todd, you're selling a lot. Are you still selling a lot of the video games, Todd? I mean, Todd had purchased out his niece's video store or game store, right?
Yeah,
how long was that? It's been a while now. It's been almost a year now, right?
And then his next venture was a Western goods store.
Oh, he pointed at a Western goods store too?
Yeah.
I know, I was aware of that.
Look at his channel. Yeah, I think he has a video up about that.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Has Todd ever showed his face, or is it always just the hand?
No, just the hand.
Just the hand.
Mysterious Todd.
Mysterious Mr. Todd. the hand,
I think he's really a woman.
The man hands is a woman with man hands. Yeah, video games, Western wear, general crap. Okay.
Yeah. And odds and ends. He's got some interesting stuff that he finds. It's so cool.
Now, Valerie is not doing a show in the morning.
Valerie's away.
Visiting
her daughter.
Okay.
For a few weeks. So Sally
had a fire. I saw one of her posts. She had a fire.
Yeah. She never did have to evacuate or anything, but it was. Just kidding, Todd.
What did Glenn say? I shipped an item off Facebook, cost them $100 just for shipping. Wow. What the heck did you ship, Glenn? $100 for shipping. Oh my God.
That.
Look at this quote from Mr. Sadie from Bubba.
Fell off his check.
That's a good one. Laughter's the best medicine. Thanks for sharing. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, guys.
So so you're doing well with Amazon with your FBM with your books, and you do clothing mostly on Poshmark, correct?
Clothing on Poshmark and Macquarie. Macquarie.
Then. I hear mixed things about Macquarie. I hear Macquarie. Macquarie was it video games? I heard something sells well in Macquarie. I think it was video games.
Oh, maybe. I post clothes over there, but I maybe one every few weeks I'll get a sale, and I only do it because it's literally easy to just do it with List Perfectly. Just pop it over there, and there's no listing fees or anything. Yeah.
How long have you been doing List Perfectly? For how long?
Maybe 3 or 4 months.
Oh, it's been 3 or 4 months. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know now that you say that.
I didn't realize you were doing it that long. Okay.
I might not have been. Time has no meaning for me anymore.
Well, I had you look at your phone, everything you do by your phone or your computer, and I'm looking at my calendar, my regular calendar. I still had October up. It's like, Adam, it's the 25th. It's like you still have October on the calendar.
Oh yes, in July. So
it's July. Okay.
So
August, September, October, November. Yeah, at least 4 months.
Yeah.
Louisiana's back to stage 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When New Jersey, well, Pennsylvania's bad, New Jersey's bad, New York is kind of bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while, but they're saying they're going to start releasing the vaccine in December sometime. So
that's what I've heard, or mid-December for probably essential workers and healthcare workers, and.
So I was planning on holding off till the fall, but if they're going to do the seminar, if they're going to do that seminar in August. And you have to get 2 shots. So I'll go and probably.
Yeah, you might as well.
May or June.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to go if they're having a seminar. I would like to have some great YouTube people on there. A lot of great people to help learn about YouTube. And I think it's like, it's either Albany or Syracuse. It's like 4-hour ride. It's not too bad. And then obviously I would get a room up there right at the hotel that they're having it.
Things like that, I think, are so much better in person. Although this year they did Posh Fest online, and I did learn.
Right.
I learned a lot from it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But I find it going to an event like that in person and talking to other people, I think you feel like you learn more. And not only that, it pumps you up, right? It gets you excited.
Well, that's the thing about eBay Open too. Like, it kind of gets those,
Yeah.
gets you motivated, gets those juices.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it like 80% to network, and well,
Right.
maybe 70% to network, and like 20% to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
10% to learn. But yeah, I mean, I just love Vegas. Bubba, I live in New Jersey. I live right across the bridge from Philadelphia, from Center City, Philadelphia.
So before you move to Delaware, we need to actually meet in person.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go in Delaware. I keep looking at these houses, and it's like Wilmington. They're so tiny, and I don't want to have. I want to have at least 3 bedrooms. I want to have 2 baths. I want to have a garage and a basement. If I want to do reselling, I want to have a basement.
Right.
And if I want a garage so I can keep my stuff for the car and hopefully keep my car. And if I get to where I want to get with reselling, I'm gonna buy like a little like a Ford 150 or something. So I'll have like my SUV that's my everyday car, and then I'll have a Ford 150. So if I want to pick up like liquidation or stuff,
right,
I can go pick up liquidation in a like a little pickup truck. That's my plan anyway.
My sister-in-law lives in Bear, Delaware.
Delaware, yeah.
Nice down there.
I mean, Delaware is a small state, but I've driven through Delaware. I used to had an uncle who had a place in the Outer Banks. I used to drive through down 13, and it's for a small state. It takes you a while to get through it.
It does, but I've heard it's great. It's great. It's a great state for tax wise and everything.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'll be paying less than a quarter of property taxes I pay up here.
Yeah, property taxes here are crazy.
I mean, I had to pay. I don't have a mortgage, so I had to pay in person. I complained to it wasn't the tax collector, but he was the person who was working at the tax. I said,
yeah,
you guys are killing me with these taxes. I said, I know it's not you. I said, and I said, if I do any kind of improvements, I'm going to be paying, $8,000-9,000 a year in property taxes. I can't.
Yeah, it's bad. We're not too bad down here. Hi, Craig. It's not too bad down here. I think we pay maybe $3,100 a year.
Okay. So your school taxes must be low, and your county taxes are low.
Maybe.
My school taxes in my county accounts for like 80% of my property tax. My city tax is low, but my school tax is very high.
Yeah.
But I'm paying for the Camden Police Department now because they made that a county police force. So
okay.
A big police department in Camden.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So it's funny because I had an issue at the park, because I lived near the park, the Cooper River Park, and I saw, like, I don't know if things were floating. They had the regatta there. They had the boats, the skull boats. And I saw something like a boat had broken loose or something. I reported. I said, I'm being a good citizen. I'll report it. And they say, we don't have county park police anymore. I said, okay, well, who services do you have? Like, county patrol that patrol? No. I said, wait a minute. You have Camden County Police Force, but you don't control the county park. No. Okay. So really the Camden County Police Force is Camden City Police Force, what it amounts to.
So, wow, that's crazy.
So you have to call like the local, the Pensall, or Cherry Hill or whatever. You got to call that local police department.
You have to call the local police department.
I'm paying for the county, basically for the city police department of the city of Camden.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like it is what it is. Guys, you have any other issue? 2,500 hours.
Craig pays $700 a year. That's crazy.
$700 a year.
Mr. Sadie, $2,500 per year. That's not too bad either.
I pay like almost $600 a month.
Yeah, they're really high there.
Wow.
Always can. Like I have friends who live in Cinnaminson. It's so high.
Well, Cinnaminson is Burlington County. It's a little bit less, but not that much less. And Cinnaminson is a nice area.
Cinnaminson is a nice area.
Yeah. So what else is going on with you? Anything else exciting? How's your grandchild?
Oh, he's so adorable.
You're good walk forever. I should reach out to you. We keep in touch, but
he is adorable. I watch him every Monday, so
okay.
Yeah, so I get to see him every week, and he's just the most adorable child. I know I'm biased, but he is. He's doing well, thank God. He's 6 months old.
That's your daughter's, right?
My son.
Son, okay.
Yeah.
And then they're in New Jersey or they're in Pennsylvania?
They're in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a rocky start, but he's doing really well. So we're happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, were there any other? We're pushing an hour and a half. I didn't get a lot of work done, but I'm so happy to get caught up with Maggie, and we talked about the cross posting, which is important. We talked about networking, which I always bring up on the show because it's important. And then perfect example, like you said, networking with that guy that wanted to buy the book, and you learn that you can sell books on Etsy, and they do well. So it doesn't hurt to talk to people, guys. Make friends with other resellers. Talk about reselling. And again, I'll contact Valerie. Valerie won my contest, my earrings. So Valerie won that in the random comment picker. So she won that. We talked about glitches on eBay, glitches on Amazon. So, what's new for the course? Glitches on eBay in Q4 of all times, right?
Yeah, I know. But doesn't it always happen that way?
Yeah. We talked about managed payments, and we found out that Donatello's not on managed payments yet, which I was surprised. But I thought they said they were going to pretty much have everybody on by the first quarter of 2021. But
is that the
I just went on ago, so I'm not even sure. I mean, I'm not even sure how it works. I mean, you have to pay your invoice. Before with PayPal, I just gave them my PayPal account, and they automatically just withdrew it. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go in somehow in the managed payments to figure out how to pay my invoice.
Have you just gone on to managed payments?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, you set it up in your right on your.
I gave them my bank information.
Right, but on your seller hub, under the payments tab, you'll see off to the right. It says payout method and payouts. Oh wait, that's not it.
Yeah, I'll have to do that because I don't want to get suspended for not paying my fees. Yeah, I think I'll do
automatic
that.
On your payments. When you go on there, look to the right under settings, and you'll see automatic payment method. That's the method that's used to pay your invoice.
Oh, okay. I might already set that up. Like I said, I know.
I have. Yeah.
Some people pay it manually, and it's like, well, I just had it set up before for PayPal. I just automatically did it.
Although another glitch last month, it took it directly out of my bank account, and I have it set up to come off of my credit card. And for some reason, last month it defaulted
to your bank account as opposed to your credit card.
Yeah, it changed it. So you have to keep it. It's one of those things you just got to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
I really no big deal. My only little thing that I don't like about managed payments is the way returns works. But otherwise,
what's the issue with the returns?
So, like, I had a return. I sold an item that was for $100 item, and then the buyer wanted to return it.
Okay.
So immediately they took that money out. They held it in pending.
Pending, even though you never received the product or hadn't received the product yet.
Right. So they hold that money in pending. So you don't have access to that money anymore. Well, the buyer didn't send it back. So she had until, say, November 2nd to send it back. So November 2nd comes and goes. She didn't send it back. But they don't automatically release those funds until 15 business days after they initiate the return.
Wow.
So even though, they hold your money. So even though they give her like 9 days or something to get it back, they actually, hold
it for another 3 weeks, 15 business days.
15
3 weeks.
Is it 15 business days?
Well, that's what you said.
I believe it's 15 business days.
Okay, well that's 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to wait all that time. And then it was released automatically, and there's nothing you can do. You can't call them, you can't you can't call them, and that's just the way it is. They just hold that money.
Right.
And then they don't. Yeah. So that's the only funky thing.
So we learned 2 things. You're happy with managed payments, and you went to the dark side and you're using the list perfectly.
Yes.
Okay. And your grandchild's doing well, which is most important.
Yeah.
And then you're doing well, and your husband's doing well, and you're enjoying the show.
How about you? What have you been up to? Been doing any?
Not a lot, because my health's been pretty terrible lately.
Has
So,
it? Oh,
I'm seeing a homeopathic doctor, and it's not really helping. So we shall see.
any other options?
Not really. I mean, I'm just going to have to, it's digestive issues. I'm just going to have to, figure out something. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Like we were talking earlier about
summer.
Better than I.
It's summer.
Summer. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I used to have a list. I should add her to the list. She does listing hangouts too, right?
She does, which is where I should be right now. So I was hoping she wouldn't find out I was here.
She tracks you down, Maggie. So that's summer. Okay.
It's summer.
Yeah. So my key is to get. Like I said, I have some toys I have to list, and I get things listed, and I'm going to definitely do my inventory because I don't have a lot of jeans. I'm going to do my jean inventory. I can probably bang that out in less than an hour. I'll get that done tonight, and I'm going to check, like you said, about the managed payments. I'm going to make sure that's set up properly.
Yeah. Just take a look at that.
Yeah.
And
so, guys, I'm always looking for resellers to join me. I know Maggie obviously is busy. I guess she's not busy because of Thanksgiving Eve, but she's busy on Wednesday evening. So I'm always looking for other resellers to join me. So if you want to join me on a Wednesday evening, or you know someone that you could recommend, maybe reach out to, have them come on a show, interview other resellers every Wednesday night. I'm Adam Exploits on everything, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm Adam's Exploits everywhere. My Gmail is Adam's Exploits without the apostrophe, ADAMS exploits@gmail.com. So I'm always looking for people to join the show and interview. And if you haven't already, please remember to hit the thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. And we should have a guest for you next Wednesday evening.
Awesome.
Want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I want to thank you all for joining me, and be safe out there.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys. Take care.